What's it like to watch the fall of an empire from the outside?
Oh, but we're not on the outside looking in. See, the empire you're talking about isn't American. It's a global consumer capitalist corporatocracy. And the thing that's collapsing, at least the first part, is the illusion, the veil, the lie that empire told to justify its own existence. A lie about Western democracies fighting for justice and freedom, a lie about the merit system of capitalism where hard work and perseverance pays off if you just follow the rules and do as you're told. You too can have a white picket fence, a station wagon, and an affordable mortgage to pass down to your loved ones after you're gone. The reason it feels like America is what's crumbling is because America was always the epicenter of that lie. It was always the central pillar of your collective sense of national identity. The Europeans, I think, were a bit too jaded to fully take that idea to heart, probably because their last lie told them that they were just genetically superior to everyone else. So this probably felt like a bit of a demotion. And most of the rest of the world, well, they never believed it because they've been doing the heavy lifting all this time. The good news is that now that the veil has fallen, the people of the world, well, we can see that we're all standing on the same ship. Our politicians are all bought and paid for by the same corporate interests. Our economies all funnel the wealth generated by our labor and our resources into the same billionaire pockets. For the first time in a long time, we can all see that we have the same problem, which means we have the same solution. This is not a crisis, it's a crisis-tunity.
6. This kind of occult technology actually dates back to 1500 BC, where the classical Greeks and the dynastic Egyptians built temple rooms. John Harvey Kellogg was born in 1852 in the Tyrone Township of Livingston County in South Michigan. He developed phototherapy or heliotherapy and electrotherapy along with hydrotherapy. Although most individuals know more about the breakfast cereals he produced, John Harvey Kellogg displayed his incandescent light bath that he managed to complete on the 24th of June 1891 at the Chicago World's Fair, which opened during the first...
You guys, we must have made a dent with our theory that the ISS is orbiting using electrostatic propulsion because guess who has an electrostatic levitation laboratory now? NASA, dude, where they're making big balls of steel levitate with electrostatics. And they're talking about their new electric propulsion. And it's no secret now. Magnetic field lines on the ferrocell. Then we see that we create the exact same pattern that we would see whenever we take a look at the ISS orbital motion over the flat Earth model. We made gigantic headway with this patent showing that triangular spacecraft that uses electrostatics to defy gravity. And that's why it's such a big problem for the theory of relativity. Electrogravitics follow the magnetic field lines, which look exactly like this, and they don't follow the silly curvature of space-time. Come on. So do you think NASA being open and honest now about electric propulsion is their way of being like, oh yeah, we've been doing it all along? Or have we put the pressure on them and now they're like, okay, time to do some damage control?
May 1893 and then was closed on the 30th of October 1893. He published a book about how to use the incandescent light bath called Light Therapeutics, a practical manual of phototherapy for the student and the practitioner with special reference to the incandescent electric light bath. Heliotherapy was used to effectively treat diseases around 3,500 BC in Vedic India and other locations in southern Asia. Royal Raymond Rife was born on the 16th of May 1888 in the city of Elkhorn in Douglas County, eastern Nebraska. It was also rumoured he had worked with Nikola Tesla and developed some of his plans. Royal Raymond Rife was a radionics pioneer who invented the Rife machine or radionics machine for the purpose of using radio wave pulses as a form of electromagnetic therapy to cure various kinds of disease and sickness. Why was the Rife machine or radionics machine sidelined and then shelved if this could help to cure human beings? Thomas Galen Hieronymus was born on the 21st of November 1895 in Kansas City in western Missouri. He was another radionic pioneer who invented the electrochemical detector, which could scan and find any electrochemical series of molecular matter, or the combination of two or more such chemical elements, whether in solid, fluid, or gaseous forms at ordinary room temperature.
Okay, so under pressure, we have the noble gases in this experiment, like helium, xenon, and all those gases. And then we have a Tesla coil to mimic the sun and to simulate the sun's movement with an electromagnetic field that it stimulates out. Okay, you're going to see that all of the gases get ionized as the closer they get to the pilot source of the electromagnetic field of the sun. And it's because that they interact with the sun in the atmosphere that allows them to become phosphorescent. And that's what gives them their distinct color.
Area, but was then covertly repurposed and reformatted.
Can't stick to a ball and spin. Can't stick to a ball and spin.